Entertainment. My name is Christina Delgadillo. I am the founder of TURNfm and the CEO of Turn Clothing Company Product of Change. Today's lesson is bully prevention, as you can tell from my chalkboard behind me. The purpose of this video is to spread some awareness on the subject of bullying. I have noticed that these days that is a topic that does come up quite often. I did hear an ad on the radio earlier today stating how you could prevent bullying and teaching it to your children at home. So that's the purpose of this video. We're going to go over bully prevention. The best way to share a lesson with you in my own experiences through my own experiences. So I will share some stories on how I've dealt with bullying in my own life and help prevent it in the lives of others, you know, standing up for your friends and whatnot. So what is bullying? Bullying is anything from teasing, physical abuse, lying, cheating, stealing to anyone, friends, family, picking on each other. All that is, in my opinion, a circumstance or a case of bullying. And you might wonder where that is learned. Where do you learn to bully or lie or cheat, steal, tease other people? And a lot of the times it comes from home. Obviously, your children are little, they're going to be paying attention to their mom and dad, how they interact between their brothers and sisters, cousins, and I do notice it within my own children. I do have two children. They're 5 and 3 right now, and they do try to tease and poke fun at each other and say, well, I get to do this and not you. I'm going here with mom and not you. Ha, look what I got and you don't have it. Well, as a parent, I have to address that type of conversation between them and let them know that that is not appropriate. It's not. I mean, you might think it's over-exaggerating, but if they don't learn it from me and learning that it's inappropriate, then they will go on and do it to their classmates and other people that they may meet, daycare, wherever they go. So I do have to tell them that that behavior is not allowed, that it's not right. It doesn't make people feel good when you say things like that. Just keep it to yourself, or try to say it in a nice way. You know, nobody likes anyone to brag. So that's where it's learned. It starts at home, and then you could also learn it from being out in public. For example, the kids in their class, they might have learned also at their home that it's okay to tease another classmate. My daughter sees that, and then she ends up coming home and learning to do that again. So it starts at home. You have to prevent it starting at home. Let's see. I could give a few examples of how I've encountered bullying in my own life. And it could start back to the 6th grade. When I was in the 6th grade, I had a friend that was obviously one of my best friends. I met her in the 5th grade through my teachers. I was always a new student, so it was kind of hard for me to meet new friends. So a lot of times I would just hang out in class and stay in at recess and wait around with the teachers, help them, become a teacher's pet. And whenever a new kid would come to school, I would make that person my friend because, hey, we're both new kids, so we might as well stick together, right? So I made a friend. I'll leave names out. I made a friend, and as school went on, I met other friends, started getting more outgoing. I ran for president in the 5th grade. So I ended up, you know, meeting a lot of new people through that introduction and trying to be the 5th grade class president at a new school. Well, time went on. My friends made friends with the other friends that I made, and one of them, I don't know the entire situation, but I came around walking around one of the portable classrooms in the 6th grade, and I saw this girl, and she had my other friend up against the wall. She had pushed her up against the wall, and she was yelling in her face. So I ran over there and I said, "What is going on here? Like, you can't be pushing my friend around like that. I don't care what you did, but that's not allowed. It's not going to happen." So, the little argument broke up. She walked away. Can't say I remember if we remained friends since that experience, but of course I did stay friends with the other one that I stood up for. It wasn't the only time I stood up for her, but that was one of the circumstances or experiences that I did come across. In more recent times, I've had an experience just this past weekend or past month with a person online that was, it could be classified as cyberbullying. A person was pretending to be an old schoolmate that obviously nobody knew, and on Facebook we go on and we see someone wants to add you as a friend, says they're from your old high school. You're like, all right, oh, they have a couple of in common friends. I'll go ahead and add them. Maybe I just don't remember them. So I went and added this person, and I did ask a couple people if they knew who she was, but nobody really knew who she was. So I just kind of disregarded it or didn't think anything of it. But then I started hearing stories about this person was spreading lies and rumors, not only just between me and another friend of mine, but also with this friend and a friend of his. And I didn't think that was right. And obviously at first I kind of took offense to it and was like, hey, why is this person saying you're saying this about me? Instead of getting the whole story first, I ended up asking this person if they knew who they were, and they said, I have no idea who that person is. I've never met her. So I just kept a close eye on her. Some people said, well, Christina, it's not your job to, fix people's problems, and obviously I know that. I don't try to fix people's problems. I just try to encourage people to be more loving towards each other, more positive. That's what Turn's all about, is spreading positive change. So I kind of befriended this person and kept an eye on her, and I started seeing some inconsistencies, and I ended up trying to look her up in our yearbook, and she was not in there. So I said, hey, did you go to our school? Because I didn't see you in the yearbook. And I know for a fact it said on her profile that she did go to Dime Bar High School, but she took a while to answer me back, and she was like, really? Oh, I don't see it. Oh, that's strange. Maybe you're looking at somebody else's profile. Well, being who I am, and also being a female, we like to overanalyze and dig in and try to figure things out. So I was like, no, I'm pretty sure it was your profile. I don't know why else I would have added you. I ended up asking an old teacher of mine, saying, hey, do you remember this person? Because nobody knows who she is. And he was like, yeah, she said she went to Dime Bar. That's why I added her. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. Figured only this teacher, a really cool teacher, would have only added another student because they were from high school, and he was very involved in the students' lives. So he didn't know who she was. So things started adding up over the past month and more over the past weekend, and I started Googling pictures that this person was posting, because seeing that it was a very attractive girl, I would have imagined that she would have had more pictures up. And she didn't. Being a model, would have expected like 1,000 pictures. I mean, for me, I don't take a lot of pictures of myself, but I have at least 800 pictures on my profile. And I've been on Facebook for at least 6 years now. So anyways, I started Google searching some of those photos, and I found out that those photos were being stolen from a model in Maryland. whose pictures were all public, so she could easily have her pictures stolen and used by somebody else. And with that, long story short, I did reveal that this person was, in fact, stealing pictures from another person, who her accomplice was, and basically put an end to that because of the rumors she was spreading. And I mean, that's just another form of bullying. I don't know who the actual person ended up being or why they were doing it, but it can only be a product of their own environment. Maybe they were bullied. Maybe they had issues with people from high school, with me. I'm not sure. I just don't know what her whole story was, or even if it was a her, maybe it could have been a he. But this is just an example of some cyberbullying that, this is what it escalates to, or can escalate to, being brought up to learn that bullying is okay, or even if they know it's not okay, they still decide to do it because of whatever issue that they're going through, that they feel they need to express, things in a negative way, spreading rumors and things like that. Another example may be this morning I was teaching my own daughter to stand up for herself, not accept bullying as a thing that is okay to have in her life. She says, oh, this student is mean to me, this girl is mean to me in my class, and she steals my pencil. She's in kindergarten. She steals my pencil. I say, you tell her in a strong voice if you need to, give me back my pencil right now. That is mine, and that's it. She said, yell at her? I said, well, no, don't yell at her, but just say it strong like you mean it. Just say it like you mean it. If the teacher hears you, then that's fine. But you have to say something. You have to stand up for yourself. You say, you give me back my pencil, and that's it. So with that, I do teach my kids to not hit, if someone is being mean to them or whatnot. But you got to teach the kids to stand up for themselves. I believe that is an important thing for a child to grow up and have that characteristic, is to be assertive, strong, and not giving the person a chance to bully you, take advantage of you, or whatnot. So that's my lesson for today, is to bully prevention. I just hope that we as parents and individuals out in this world are setting a good example for our younger children, for our fellow man, to go ahead and show that bullying is not allowed. And of course, it always begins with you. We can't change the actions of others, but we can change how we react to a situation. A lot of times people say, no, it just happens. Well, that's just allowing yourself to become a victim of your circumstance. And if you can't stand up for yourself, then you better find someone who will stand up for you, because I know I stand up for every one of my friends, just as I did with this cyberbully person. Wasn't going to allow someone to go around and spread lies, rumors, and trick people and say bad things about one another. Wasn't going to have it. So that is I think the way that it should be in this world, is that we do need to stand up for each other, regardless if anyone's ever stood up for us. I know that I am the oldest in my family, oldest in my generation, so I was, the one they looked up to, my friends and family and my brother and sister. I was the one they looked up to for some kind of protection. They never said it, but I know they did. If someone was saying something bad about my brother, I would address it. I said, that's not allowed, it's not acceptable, and I mean, I'm not going to be your friend if that is the type of stuff I'm going to hear, you talking bad about my family. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in today and for watching this video on bully prevention, and I just hope that with sharing this experience with you and sharing this lesson, my life experiences, that I just hope it really can help improve your life, because that's all I'm looking for is progress in this world, and it's starting with us, the individual. So thank you for watching again, and thank you for tuning in to TURNfm.com, and I will see you next time for the next lesson.